so last team is up. NoMoMeetings, which is now known as Team X.
Hi, Matt Hine. I'm with NoMoMeeting. All right, so the bane of my existence is GoToMeeting, right? Yeah, it's fine. So, you know, you have these meetings during the day that just like eat away your time. Like 11 to 11:15 ends never, repeats Monday and Thursday. Like this meeting just like kills my productivity. Here's what my working hours are, right? So we start adding some meetings. This is my sprint team meetings in the morning. I'm a developer, by the way. I had some random meetings throughout the afternoon. You know, pretty soon, my whole day is just chopped up. And so now I went from like 40 hours of productivity to 20, right? So let's call that, you know, the maker's hours program. You guys heard of this? Maker's manager's hours. Manager's hours are killing half my day, every day, right? Some of this isn't showing up. 20 times 50 weeks a year times 20 developers, $50 an hour per developer. That's like $1 million in cash that you're blowing on meetings every year. So, and then think about the lost revenue from, you know, if we had those 20 hours a week back, you know, what products could we have made? You know, how much money could we have earned that way? So, like, I would say, you know, an average multiple for us was, you know, maybe 5 on how much we sink into a developer. You know, so that true cost is like $6 million to us, right? Anyway, so our solution is to reduce the demand for meetings. So how do you do that? So we have a distributed team. That team, you know, is based in Ames, but we're distributed throughout. So we use all these productivity tools. And basically, all these things don't connect to each other, right? And so basically, a distributed team plus fragmented tools, lots of meetings. You know, what we want to do is take all of that knowledge base and sync it into our chat. We use Skype chat to communicate with everybody. Our entire like issue support team works through Skype. When you add somebody to that Skype chat, they don't see all that history. They can't search it. My manager doesn't know what's going on in that Skype chat because he can't search for it. So basically what we want to do is create an open public chat room system built on Google Apps because we use that. Add tagging and searching to that. So here's our MVP, so to speak. So basically what I want to do here is, you know, when I get a new production issue, let's say issue 1, 2, 3, whatever. Oh. All right, now I want to add some people that can help me with this. We'll add Bo. We'll add Nick over there in the corner. And you know what? I'm going to say this is an issue, and we'll call this in progress. So now, you know, we can start our chat, right? You know, we start working on it, whatever. You know, I can tag individual messages and say, you know, this is finished, whatever. Now my manager, he can come back and, you know, search for this and see the entire chat log of what happened with this. And, you know, this provides, you know, this is sort of like a command line for us. So, you know, you could, you know, see how in the future this could be useful. You know, you say status, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, maybe that kicks off our GitHub. You know, that maybe that pushes the build out, whatever.
All right, thank you very much. Judges, how are you gonna make money?
We're gonna charge people.
User a month.
I would pay. I run the UX team. I manage about 8 people. I would pay for this out of my own pocket, just so I could have this for my team.
Did you do a surveying other users to validate that?
I mean, our entire development team at Web Filings is like, we need this.
But I'm saying during this process, did you go through and survey the outer community?
No, just
okay.
all dog food. So, you know, I didn't talk about some of this, but, you know, we're gonna do this internally. We want to build it the way we would like to use it. You know, then we can go out and do a private beta, see what ideas are actually sticking with other people. You know, trim that feature set down, get
How do you-
some product that could go out to the market.
So how do you convert meetings to this? Because managers call meetings, not, right? For the most
Yeah,
part?
they
So
do.
how are you gonna get them to stop calling meetings?
Training.
Managers are trainable?
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, the status meetings that I really hate is when we have 50 developers sitting around and they go one by one and do a stand-up with each guy.
Right.
Like, I could care less about everyone else. You know, that manager, he just wants to know, like, what's going on. If he had this system, he could know what each person's doing. Just like search my username and find me and look at all my chat history and you see what I'm doing.
So you better do a giveaway for a while so the managers
Oh,
can
yeah.
be sold.
Exactly. 60-day.
All right.
60-day rollout. Here's my hockey stick. So, you know, the Google Apps customer base is about 40 million users right now. You know, just a fraction of that, you know, we could be making a shit ton of money.
Okay,
We're
so,
only
so
so big.
your web filing score customer, who gets sued someday under SOX, is going to need access to these logs.
Yeah.
How are
We
you
have
how
that
are you going to
problem right
handle
now.
the regulatory problem coming up with this?
I mean, we don't disclose financial information on these chats. I mean, we're the development team. Like, we're not like dealing with people's financial numbers. Like, you know, that's our customer support teams directly talking to those customers through landline.
That's going to be an interesting challenge, I think.
It is
You're-
discoverable.
Yeah, it is discoverable. You're talking about issues that are happening on production systems. I don't know, something to think about.
I mean, these are
with an
development
archive.
issues, not like someone's data issue.
Right, but I can still sue your company for something and go in and get a judge to say, yeah, I have access to all that. Doesn't matter if it's
You
right
can
or
do
wrong,
that
I still
now.
do
I
it.
mean,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we're
Sure.
saying is it may be an objection. It's not something you overcome today, it's just something you need to think about is, how do I deal with that?
Alternately, put such a high price on archiving that people don't archive this for too long.
Yeah.
Just be done with it.
There you go. 90 days.
We would definitely do.
All right, we got time for one more if you guys have one.
How would I discover it externally if I didn't know you?
Yeah, so,
Like,
you know,
is there an existing need inside of the Google Marketplace that's easily definable that you could fit inside of?
Good.
yeah, right. I mean, you know, our competitors, like, you know, I don't think Campfire does this, but, you know, some of our other competitors are already in the apps marketplace. I mean, you know, we would be competing with them, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think, you know, part of our secret sauce would be to integrate it to everyone, all these other tools that we use, and just like, you know, make a common place for all that work going on.
All right,
I just-
thank you. Oh, sorry.
I was going to add one thought is if this is really cool for developers, think about it, make it even cooler for developers and stay in that vertical for a while
Yeah,
until you get
exactly.
traction.
Right.
Because then suddenly you've got a group of people you can market to
Right.
versus it's great for everybody. Because while it may be, that's really hard to do the marketing on.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like this is gonna be, you know, tech initially, you know, we'll get into non-tech after the cast.
All right, thanks very much.
Yep.